Tell me about the journey, about how you're on Virgin Radio.
There was this competition called The Chosen One. They're gonna pick one person to join their team and have their own show. And I saw the ad and I thought, look, I'm 18 years old, I'm too young for this. I just really made sure like I had every competitive advantage. The person at the bottom floor that you think has no connection to the people that you're trying to impress, be nice to them, get their name, right? And say their name every time you see them. Yeah. I'd get a haircut every 2-3 days and I would never do that, but it's just because I always wanted them to see me fresh. I just had to make sure I won the vote, and alhamdulillah, man, I was the one. Like, I gave everything I got.
So I know you got a fight coming up and you're training very hard.
He came up to me in person and I was like, I'll fight you. Like, all right, let's fight me. There's something exciting when your opponent has an advantage over you.
Underdog.
Yeah, you feel a bit like the underdog.
David versus Goliath.
You made a massive mistake. I can't say exactly what the plan's gonna be, but I am going to embarrass you.
So without further ado, I'm Radin Jerome. Wherever you are in your life or wherever you're going, whether financially, spiritually, or for your health, I hope you're on your way. Now let's get into it.
Adam.
Raiden.
How are you?
I'm good, man.
Before I get into your Virgin Radio gig, let's talk about the journey.
Let's do it, man. First of all, I love the setup.
Appreciate you.
I love the setup, man. Like,
thank you.
Who's doing a podcast in a Maybach, man? Who's doing that?
It came out of nowhere, to be honest. You know, I had the car, and then I was going to meeting, and I just thought, why don't I just do some content in the back here and do some podcasts and meet interesting people like you?
Love it, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Even though we're kind of family, you know.
Yeah.
I'd consider us family. Your dad's a good friend of mine.
Hey, we met in the most amazing way. He came to the house for an ice bath.
Yeah.
And literally, Raiden, you have to come do it again because you didn't do the ice bath, man.
I know, man. I know. Well, I did do it, but I failed.
Yeah?
I did do it, but I failed. And I had Rami on. We did a podcast with Rami.
Amazing.
And Rami's like, you got to come back and try it again. And I was like, yeah. But, you know, I hated myself for days after that. Because I was like, you're such a little bitch. That's what I just kept telling myself. You know, you're so weak. You're so weak. And your dad's like, come back and do it again. And I was like, I don't want to hate myself again.
Oh, man. But it's probably like in the back of your head. Like, you got to do it again. You got to do it again.
I know. I do have to do it again. Do you still do it every week?
We do it every morning.
Every morning?
Every morning ice bath. And you know what, my dad, he built a chest freezer.
Did he build that or buy that?
He built it. So he bought a freezer, like a massive chest freezer. And he spent like a week making it an ice bath so that the water's constantly moving in there so it doesn't go bad. An ozone filter so the water stays clean. I don't know how he does it. He's a genius, but every morning, open the freezer, we jump in, 5 degrees, freezing cold, man, and we just do it, bang it out.
What time in the morning?
Depends when I wake up. If I wake up at 1 p.m., I do it at 1 p.m. If I wake up at 5 a.m., I do it at 5 a.m.
What time do you usually wake up?
It depends, man. I used to be a very just routine guy, but it's kind of, I've changed a bit. It was 7:30 this morning, but yesterday it was 10 in the morning. You know, the other day it was 11. So it just depends. If I have something on in the morning, I'll wake up much earlier, but whatever it is, I'm up when I need to be, you know?
You know, I sauna a lot. I sauna every day. I've started recently doing the steam room, before the sauna, I do 1,000 skips outside. So
jump
skipping,
rope?
yeah.
Oh wow.
So because I'm already hot and then I go into the heat, I think I've conditioned my body a lot to vasodilation, which is when all your blood vessels dilate along the skin to get rid of the heat, right?
I see.
So when I go into the ice bath, my body was not ready for that. My body was like, bro, we vasodilate. We don't vasoconstruct. That's why vasoconstriction is the other part where your blood vessels constrict, holding all the heat within the body, within the center of the body. So that's why I think I need, because I can be in the sauna for an hour now, but I've built that tolerance.
Yeah, I gotta do that. So you do an ice bath, I'll do a sauna. Yeah, so I never sauna.
I think this is what I need to do. Before I come and do an ice bath with you, I feel like I need to buy the ice bath. I need to put 20 grams of ice. That's first day. Second day, I do 30 grams of ice.
Well, you let me know. We can temperature regulate the freezer, so we can make it like 18 degrees, like a bit warm, cold, and then we can slowly get down to it. Like, you can just let me know, man. You know?
Because what your dad's created, it's not an ice bath. It's a cold plunge. Is that what it's called?
It's a cold plunge, yeah, but it's like just as cold. Like, I don't know if there's a big difference if it's the same temperature.
Yeah.
Because like we can make it 3 degrees Celsius. We can make it freezing cold, but it just doesn't have ice in there. Actually, it gets so cold that there is actual ice stuck to the sides of it, and it starts to come off. So yeah, that's the ice bath we do, and it helps me with recovery, man. I got a fight coming up, and I've just been training for, and every day I wake up ice bath. So it gives me that advantage because I can just train the next day, and I don't feel sore. I don't feel like my muscles need recovery because they're recovering fast with the ice, you know?
Yeah. So I know you got a fight coming up, and you're training very hard, and you're using the ice bath to recover. What are the benefits of doing the ice bath?
That's right, I got a fight coming up, so I'm doing an ice bath every single morning. It helps you with your discipline, so every single morning, if you're doing an ice bath, you're fighting that urge to not get cold because you just want to get out right away. So you're getting in, you're doing it, building your discipline, it reduces your stress, it helps with inflammation, it allows your muscles to be fully recovered. If you have an injury, it can actually heal your injury. My dad had a bad knee, and just from doing ice baths every day, his knee's perfectly fine now. And I just feel that it just puts me in that state of getting things done, man. I just do the ice bath, wake up, boom, I'm in that mode of just boom, 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 get this done. And I just feel really good every single day. Also, your dopamine is increased like crazy. I mean, if after the ice bath, you just feel amazing. You're just happy, you know? And I saw this thing. I can't confirm this, but cocaine increases your dopamine by like 200%. So people on drugs, they're addicted to it because their dopamine's increased like crazy. But with drugs, your dopamine's up and down. With an ice bath, it goes up the same amount, 200%, but it stays there for 2 hours. So you kind of just feel really good for a long time after an ice bath, and those are the benefits that I get from the ice bath. And I'm sure there are like 30 or 40 different benefits, but those are the main ones that I truly feel.
And the shivering doesn't go away.
Oh man, after the ice bath, you shiver for like 20 minutes, man.
I remember after the time we did an ice bath together, I went and got breakfast afterwards with a friend, and I was still shivering.
Man, I can't wait for you to do it again because I know you're able to 100%.
I need to do it on my own because I need to do it on my own, in my own sanctuary, quietness, peace, to be in my zone. I feel like when I did it, there was too much noise. There was too many new faces, too much music going on. I need to get in the zone and push.
I could see when you first came, like we were introducing ourselves.
Yeah.
You look stressed, man.
I feel like
I remember it so vividly. You and Candy were over. And I was just like, man, you're gonna feel so good after. I was like, no, he should stay. But you
I tried again. I tried twice. I tried the second time, By the way, it hurts so much when you get out. When you get out prematurely. So you go through a phase where it stops hurting, right? But if you get out in the middle of the pain and you can't handle it, it hurts. When you're outside, you're just like,
and your fingernails, man, and your toenails. It sucks. That's the thing. It makes you powerful because your mental strength just really builds because you're literally pushing through pain.
Yeah.
Literally, and that's the base of it that I gain from it. I'm just pushing through pain every single day, and once you get through that, I mean, the other day, I'll tell you this story. Actually, it just happened. The other day, I wake up in the morning. I said, "Look, I'm just gonna do a 3-minute ice bath. Wake up 3 minutes, start my day off right." And my brother Daniel, he did 15 minutes, and he looks at me. He said, "Man, don't be a bee. Like don't be scared. Go do the ice bath. Go do it right now." And I said, "I'm doing 3 minutes." He's like, "No, you're doing 15 minutes. And I said, "No, I'm doing 3 minutes." And then I checked my timer, and my alarm had a 15-minute timer on it by coincidence. I'm like, "Look, I'll just do 15 minutes.
Might as well."
I do it, and then he's like, "All right, amazing, man. So tomorrow I'm gonna do 20 minutes." So he's pushing me to like, he wants to do better than me. So I'm like, "All right, screw you. I'm doing 30 minutes." I sit in there for half an hour. It was the worst pain of my life afterwards.
Wow.
I was shivering for like an hour. I was wearing 2-3 jackets in the house.
Wow.
And the next day, Daniel does 35 minutes. And he feels terrible afterwards as well. He's wearing 3-4 jackets. And that afternoon, my dad, he's like, "No, I can't be the only one that doesn't do this." And my dad does 34 minutes. He's like, "I'm not gonna beat Danny because I don't want him to do 40 minutes the next day because it's getting dangerous, you know. So.
It's getting dangerous. It's getting dangerous.
But yeah, that's yeah. I love ice baths. I'm sure you guys you can tell,
that.
man.
You know, like Andrew Tate says when he's in his house in Romania and he's with a bunch of guys, he goes, if I do 100 push-ups,
Yeah.
my brother's gonna do 120 push-ups the next
That's right,
day,
man.
and then I can't let him sit with 120, so I've got to do 140.
Yeah.
So it's just this pushing thing.
That's the best part about having a brother, man.
Yeah.
Like my best blessing is having two brothers. You
Yeah.
know, like some people don't have one brother. I have two.
and your dad's like a brother, anyways.
I love my dad. Like,
You know?
alhamdulillah. I love my family.
Yeah.
You know, I'm so blessed, and that's the main part about life. Like,
Yeah.
good family. You know, close friends, but family mainly. Like, that's the most important thing.
Yeah.
And so I feel really blessed, man. And you know, you grow with each other.
Of course.
You build each other up, and
Yeah.
I got, alhamdulillah. I feel like I have the best family. I love them so much. And
Yeah.
I'm just like, you know, I feel because you're right. We push each other so much.
Yeah.
You know, and you have to because, you know, out there, if they're gonna push you, you gotta push each other. You know,
Yeah.
so that's how it is, and we
Yeah.
just really grow with each other.
So tell me about the journey, about how you're on Virgin Radio.
Yeah, man, this story is crazy because if you told me at the beginning of this year that I was gonna be working at Virgin Radio, I'd have no idea.
Yeah.
Like, I'd be like, "Nah, you're crazy." Man.
I think when I met you, if you told you didn't even know about this before when I met you.
Yeah. So when did I meet you? Was it February?
February.
So it was the beginning of this year.
Yeah.
And in March, that's when everything started to
Yeah.
happen. So, man, I was just making TikToks. And I was growing up listening to Virgin Radio my whole life. I loved Chris Fade, the Chris Fade show growing up. There were a few times where I met him as a really young kid. I have some pictures of that. And I loved them, you know, I loved the radio. I was making TikToks. And then there was this competition called The Chosen One. And I saw the ad. Basically, with this competition, they're gonna pick one person to join their team and have their own show. And I saw the ad and I thought, look, I'm 18 years old, I'm too young for this, you know? And so I just kept scrolling. My friend, he's like 22 years old, he said, Adam, I need your help for the video. Because you needed to make a video to join. So I helped him make the video, I made a really good video. It got so good that the video actually made it to the Virgin Radio group chat. So we made a really good video. And then he said, Adam, you supported me so much, come to my audition. And I go to support him in his audition. I wanted this guy to win, you know? Then I found out I could audition too, even though I didn't make a video. I could audition because I came with him. And so I auditioned. And 10 days later, I get a call, you've made top 10. Mm-hmm. And since that call, I was like, look, I dropped everything. I had finished school a few months back. I had stopped all my TikTok just for this. I stopped some of the other things I was doing. Everything was on this competition. I was gonna win, that was it. And that was my competitive advantage. I didn't have a job, nothing like this. I just had time. And so I used it to the best of my ability. And man, through every challenge, we really pushed it. I mean, here's the thing, like we'd go to the station and they'd say, okay, in this challenge, you need to interview women for International Women's Day. And so I would get all my friends, I would get my dad and my family, you know, and I would get, we even had like our secret weapon. So my dad knows this girl, she's a German girl, she worked in media for her whole life. And she just had the best ideas. And she would tell me, okay, instead of interviewing one girl for International Women's Day, interview 50 and then cut it up in a snappy way. Like things like that so we can stand out. Even like one of our tasks was to interview Chris Fade. And I had to stand out, so I brought like his snack. And like, you know, small things like that. Every single challenge, I had to stand out. I had to find a way to stand out. Even small things like I would get a haircut every 2 days. You know, man, my haircut bill went up through the roof, man. Yeah. I'd get a haircut every 2-3 days. And I would never do that. But it's just because I always wanted them to see me fresh. I always wanted the video of me to look like, okay, I'm presentable. Yeah. You know, and that's all it was. And even just like, I would wear suit pants. I would, because I was young, right? Yeah. And these specific pants, I love these pants. They're getting quite old now. Okay. But I wore these suit pants every day just so I could seem older. I mean, they knew I was 18. It wasn't like I was hiding my age, but it was just like, I wanted to be mature. Because I was mature and I didn't want them to like have any like thought that, okay, he might be too young for this. So just small things like that, I just really made sure like I had every competitive advantage. Even things like remembering these are the things that I usually do because it's good to do this, but just like remembering the receptionist's name, remembering like just and addressing them by their name every single day, right? Even the person at the bottom floor that you think has no connection to the people that you're trying to impress, be nice to them, get their name, right? And say their name every time you see them. Things like that. I just had to make sure I was the one. Like, I gave everything I got. And alhamdulillah, man, we had a vote. I won the vote. I mean, it was 3 people, and 3 people in the final, and I had around 47% of the vote, and the other 2 had around 24% of the vote.
Wow.
So it was
Landslide.
by a bit of a landslide. And also, but that wasn't the full thing. Like, it wasn't, whoever has the most votes wins, but it helps because they truly decide who gets to be there. But it really helps.
Oh,
you know?
Virgin Radio surely decide.
Virgin, like, it was a bit of a percentage thing. Okay, the votes have a role to play, and then we have the management of the company to see, okay, who do they see themselves working with, who's gonna really grow with the company, things like that. But
amazing.
I really did my best, man, and it was such a shock.
Yeah.
Such a shock. But I gotta say, a massive thank you to everyone that supported me, because genuinely, this wouldn't have been possible without the support. I mean, we had, you know how Arab families are, Middle Eastern families, you know how we are. It's just like one family send it to another family, and all their cousins know, and the cousins send it to their cousins, and it just gets around. So the votes were going crazy. And you know, from TikTok as well, I was posting on TikTok and just got so much support, even from the people that were hearing us from the radio station, right? Like, I got a lot of votes from the people listening as well, and it was just one of the best times of my life, man, because it was such a roller coaster.
I remember those times. Your dad was messaging me like, hey, he's in this conversation. I was like, yeah, no worries, of course. And I was sending it to all my friends and stuff like that. We're following it.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Appreciate you. Are you thirsty?
A little bit, yeah.
So tell me, now how long have you been in radio for now?
Just 1 second. I gotta say, I love sparkling water. This is the best, man. Yeah, I love sparkling water.
Are you know, I wouldn't mind the coffee. Muggy, should we get some coffee? We'll get some coffee. Are you down for coffee?
I'm down for coffee, man.
I think the best.
This is the best podcast. I love this podcast.
I appreciate it.
It's my first podcast.
Yeah.
And I don't know if someone's gonna top this, man.
I appreciate it.
I don't know if it's possible. Who's gonna top? Who's gonna top a Maybach podcast? No one's gonna top this, man.
I appreciate it. It's good. It's just, you know, we're on our way, going where we're going. You know, dropping you off. So. Killing 2 birds with 1 stone.
I love it.
But I think there's no better combination than coffee and sparkling water for me. Your session's on Sunday nights.
Every Sunday night, 8 to 10 p.m. Virgin Radio.
Nice.
104.4.
Yeah, nice. You got the slang for it now.
Yeah. And I've been doing it for like 3 months.
3 months now.
It's been like on the radio for 3 months, and I've just been learning so much these past 3 months. I mean, first 2 weeks, it would take me a long time to like get the radio thing sorted, just get my show ready. But now, get in there, it still takes a bit of time, but I'm getting it done much faster than I used to, and I just feel like it's more natural now. Because it's different, man, when you're talking, because usually, like, I'm talking to a camera, I can see myself. When you're talking to a microphone, it's a bit different.
Do you know it like the back of your hand now?
Not necessarily. I know it to a good level, but I mean, all the RJs there, they tell me, look, man, it took me 2 years to really get comfortable. And I'm like, wow. 2
years.
I'm like, wow. Some of them are like, yeah, look, to truly find my voice, it took me 5 years. I'm like, wow. And they're like, yeah, they're just like, we love that you're just doing it every week, you know, getting your practicing, because that's all it is, right? You're just practicing. And over a few months or years, one day you're just like, that took no effort, and it just feels so easy. And it's like, that's the level I'm trying to get to.
And, you know, obviously you run the radio every Sunday night from 8 to 10.
Yeah.
Is it a full-time gig or no? Like, do you need to work during the week, Monday to Friday, to get ready for Sunday?
Well, if I was truly the best at it, like, if I've been doing it for so long, I could come in like an hour before and just like, boom, just easy, and then just like go home. But for me, I spend a couple days before planning the show out, seeing the music, all these different things, because radio is a bit deeper than what I hear, right? What we hear, because when I was younger, I listened to the radio. I was like, oh, okay, they're just talking, but it's much more than that, man. It's a bit deeper.
But your radio show is different because you create content and you present content.
Right. So throughout the week, I make content for the radio for the Virgin Radio account.
Yeah.
and my own account, and then on Sunday night I do the show. And so it's a bit of a mix, but then also I do cover sometimes. So for example, you might hear me on a Saturday covering for someone. You might hear me on a Monday covering for someone. It's happened before, and so as much as I can get out there, I'll get out there.
Yeah, okay, got ya. Is there much politics in the radio game?
Well, in every office there is politics.
Okay.
In every office, every company, there's going to be some politics. But honestly, I haven't felt like there's anything there at Virgin Radio. I mean, there was always a little bit, right? Like things happen. But man, it's such a welcoming company, like such a welcoming team. I felt nothing bad, you know? It's just like such a great team. And I hope it stays that way, man.
Is there rivalry between different radio stations? Like, are they always in competition?
Because it's all on
with
one
each other?
floor. Like, it's all on the same floor. Like, Virgin Radio is next to the Dubai 92, next to Dubai Eye, next to Al Arabiya.
Yeah.
But there is always rivalry. There is always.
Is there between them? Yeah. But there's healthy rivalry.
It's healthy. It's healthy.
like brothers.
That's right. You don't really feel it. Like,
Yeah.
I say, I'm very good friends with people from lots of different radio stations. We're all just trying to.
But the Big Daddy's Virgin.
The Big Daddy's Virgin. but the thing is, like, we're all trying to get our job done, you know. But all nice people. There's no any animosity between any station, and but each team is performing their best, trying to make their station grow the most. We're all trying to build our building instead of taking each other's down. So that's all it is. Like, that's how we're trying to build the companies, right? And I'm just so new that I'm trying to learn as much as possible. I'm learning more about radio every single day. Like, every single day I'm there, oh, that's new. Oh, like, so it's just like something that I need a bit more time with. Still, I'm fully like 100% confident with it, because these guys, man, they've been doing it for 18 years, 20 years. And I'm just like, wow, okay, I need some time.
And there's a lot of Aussies there. There's Chris Fay, the crazy Russian boss guy.
Yeah, man, he just left, by the way.
I know.
He just, so
He's
Naz Hakim at night. So
yeah. She's from Sydney.
She is?
Yeah, she's from Sydney. So there's a lot of Aussies there. And you.
And now it's me, man.
now you.
But I'm different because I don't have the accent.
Sure, you don't have the accent.
People never guess, man.
Yeah.
But
your dad does.
My dad does.
Your dad does.
My mom does too. But I just don't have it, man.
Yeah.
And it's just because I grew up here.
Yeah.
But I feel like it makes me a bit different, man. Because if I had the accent, then, you know, I don't know. I mean, I used to always want the accent, but I kind of grew to be like, nah, like I'm different. Like, I'm a bit more different if I don't have it.
Yeah.
You know, but that's like, everyone's unique in their own way, you know what I mean? So but I do love the Australian accent, man. Like, I always wanted to have it. Yeah. I was like, nah, I want the accent. I would practice it in the mirror a bit, you know? But now I just grew to realize, look, man, you can't change it. And I grew to enjoy my accent. Like, I kind of like it. That's what I love about being in the radio, just because I have my freedom, you know? I get the job done. I have my freedom. It's not like
Sorry, Adam, I don't want to be rude, but put a bookmark in that. But we are at McDonald's, not McDonald's, Starbucks. Hi, how are you?
Good, sir.
You having a good day? What would you like?
I'd like a small black Americano.
Can I get a small black Americano, 2 iced Spanish lattes, one of them only 20% sweet? Sorry, Adam.
Why? Why are you sorry?
I just interrupted you in the middle of the story. Go.
Nah, this is sick, man. This is amazing. No, but yeah, I just I love working at the radio, man. I love it.
And I think it gives you the flexibility.
It does, man. It does. I can do other things on the side. It's not just like something where I'm working the whole day, and then I go home and sleep, and then the next time I'm working the whole day. It's more quality of time, quality of effort, more than quantity of effort, and I love that.
Thank you, that's for you.
Thank you, man.
Obviously, working on the radio, it gives you the flexibility to do other things, right?
It
By
does.
the way, you can put your drink on the side.
Oh yeah?
So you got the flexibility to do on the side. And I mean, the thing you're working on outside of the Virgin Radio is your fighting.
That's right, man.
Right?
That's exactly right.
That's the next thing.
That's exactly
Isn't
right.
it?
Yeah.
How's that going?
Man, what a journey it's been. It's been 2 months of training.
Yeah.
And when I tell you the training is extremely, extremely laborious, like it's just like your head's down, you're just grinding every single day.
Do you have a coach?
Yeah, I have a coach. I go to a couple different gyms. I go to Cuban Boxing and I go to TK MMA Fit.
Yeah.
And the main one is TK MMA Fit. Love that gym, been going there for 2 years. But I go to Cuban Boxing also because they have some really good coaches there. And I've just been so focused on this fight, man. It's just been such a learning experience because I've done lots of football matches, like these games growing up, you know, these different sports, but there's nothing like a fight.
Yeah.
There's nothing like a fight because it's like, I'm trying to open this.
Yeah.
I gotta, okay, hold on.
You want me to do it?
Yeah.
You got the boxing hands now. You know?
Awesome, man, perfect.
You got the boxing hands.
That's right, man.
Do you skip?
I do.
How many? Do you have a counter or no? Don't have a counter?
I do minutes.
Oh, you do minutes.
So,
how many minutes?
I've done 20 to 30 minutes.
A day?
Yeah, I mean, at least 10 minutes a day, I'll skip, but like...
Have you started getting shin splints?
No.
No, okay.
No, I've just, because I started really light. Like, I started doing it for like 2 minutes. Like, a couple years ago, I'd skip for like 2 minutes and I'd be done. But like now, like 20 minutes, boom, get it all done. You know, sometimes 30 minutes, just push it through, but...
What do you skip on? Hard concrete?
It depends. Like, it depends where I am. But this morning in the gym, it was like a foam floor.
Sure.
So it was like nice and easy, and I was wearing boxing shoes. But I've done it on concrete. It hurts my toes, but I've done it on concrete. I've done it on grass, but grass is not really great because it doesn't
rebound.
Really,
the rope doesn't rebound when it hits the ground.
That's right. I have to put extra like effort into it, but I just get off I can't.
That's
do it
hard.
anymore. What about you, man? You skip a lot, huh?
I skip 1,000 a day and then I hit the sauna. But the thing is, the doctors told me to stop skipping because I've got major shin splints.
Really?
But David Goggins style. We don't stop. We don't stop. We don't stop. We don't stop.
I love that, man. I love that.
And so I have major shin splints. My ankles hurt and everything, but I just jump on the other foot. Once I get sore, I jump on the other foot. I don't know why I'm doing this to myself, but I'm probably causing more damage now than I am good. But I've got it in my head that I have to do 1,000 a day.
Do you stretch?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. My gym sessions take 2 hours.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because I stretch and I do a little bit of weights. Probably do 30 minutes of weights a day and don't do much weights.
What's your favorite muscle to train?
Chest.
Yeah?
Love chest. Yeah. What about you?
Chest, man. I'm a chest guy too. I love chest.
Something about pushing.
And I love shoulders, man.
You like shoulders?
I love shoulders.
I hate shoulders.
Try
to avoid it.
Just because of how manly you look afterwards. You know
the thing is, skipping is all shoulders as well.
True.
There's a lot of shoulder. I've got a few different types of skipping ropes. I've got light ones, heavy ones. I've got this army one, which is a rope, which is an army rope. That kills your shoulders.
That must get you, because it's weight. It's a weighted rope, you know.
Very weighted. Who's your opponent?
My opponent is this kid named Adnan bin Sultan. He's 19 years old. I'm 18 years old. He's around my weight. Like, he's 59 kilos. I'm 61. We're gonna cut it a bit, like, you know, we're gonna get close in weight before the fight. And he's had 3 different fights before. It's my first fight.
It's your first fight.
So he has more experience, but I'm skilled, and I'm more skilled than him. I can 100%, and so I'm ready for it, man. And there's something exciting when your opponent has an advantage over you. Like
Underdog.
You feel a bit like the underdog.
David versus Goliath. And I'll tell you another thing, I read a book, and I'm forgetting the name of this book, but there's a force in the universe that's real, and it's the force of the beginner's luck.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, there is a force that assists people. It's like when you play a game for the first time, hey, let's play this board game, and you always win for your first time. There is a force in the universe for beginner's luck.
It's true?
So you do have that behind you.
Is it actually true?
You have the wind behind yourself. Of course you do. You definitely do. I'll send you the book. I'll send you the quote. But you've noticed, you've experienced this. Beginner's luck. You've experienced it. Everyone's experienced it. It's a known force in the universe.
Really?
Yeah.
Take that on my side. I'll take it.
Yeah, 100%. Go in. Listen. Go in there with that mentality. Go in there with mentality. I've got beginner's luck against this guy.
I love it, man. It's gonna be amazing. Yeah, it's on this big event called Social Knockout. All the different influencers are fighting on this event. And man, I think I'm one of the first few fights. I think I'm the 4th or 5th fight or something like that. Gonna get it done. It's a 3 2-minute round fight, so it's not a very long fight.
It's not a long fight at all.
It's not a long fight, 3 2 minutes. So it's pressure. So I'm ready to just go 2 minutes action. I'm ready to just go at it.
Yeah, so it's not long distance.
Not long distance, no. I mean, I got the cardio for it. I could do a long distance fight.
It's a sprint, this one.
It's a sprint, man.
It's not a marathon.
Yeah. And that's the thing, right? He's gonna swing. That's what I predict, right?
I think, you know what I think you should do? I think you should let him swing the first round and empty his tank.
Yeah.
And then you go in there second round, put him on the ground.
I could do that. I don't want to reveal much what's going to happen, but that's a good idea. Hey, if he starts swinging, I'll let him swing. Let him swing, jab him, keep him away, keep moving, right?
Yeah, of course, but let him empty it.
Let him empty it, man.
And this strategy was done first by Muhammad Ali, the Thriller, and it was the Thriller in Manila. I forgot who was versing, but it was somebody that he was just not going to win against. Much bigger, much stronger. Holyfield, I think it was. I can't remember.
Wow.
And Muhammad Ali, the first 6 rounds, everyone's like, what happened to our king? He's gone. He's not punching. He was just blocking. He was just blocking, dodging and blocking. 7th round came. Muhammad Ali's opponent had no energy. And it's as if when Muhammad Ali put him to the ground, it's as if he was turning a page in a book. He was just tipping him over. He was just get on the floor and sit down. He had no energy. He let him empty the tank. Muhammad Ali was the first person to do that.
Wow.
Yeah. He's great. He's the greatest.
I want to watch that fight.
He's the greatest. Yeah. The Thriller in Manila. It was in the Philippines. Yeah, it was in the Philippines, that one. Yeah.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah.
So that's I'm not going to say what the plan is. It depends how he comes out. I can't say exactly what the plan's going to be. But I am going to embarrass him. Yeah.
Good.
I'm going to embarrass him.
Good.
It's going to be an amazing fight, man. It's going to be like he's going to see what's coming to him because he called me out, right? And so he made a massive mistake. Like how can he came up to me in person and was like, I'll fight you, right? And he's a bit short. And I was like, you want to fight me? He's like, I'll fight you. And he's just saying it in like a kind way. Like, all right, let's fight them. And so here we are. It's been 3 months and we're going to fight, man. We're going to fight. So.
Well, I'll be there.
Yeah.
And I'll carry you out if you want. Sorry, not carry you out. Carry you in.
Yeah.
And when boxers come out and there's like Justin Bieber that goes out with him?
Oh, yeah.
I meant like carry you in there. So, okay, so when's the fight?
16th of September.
Okay.
And it's going to be at the Agenda Arena. And I'm so excited for it, man.
Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait.
Can't wait, man. Who knows what's going to happen, man. It's going to be an electric night. I mean, like, in the fight. I know what the end result's going to be.
Of course.
During the fight, you can't really prepare 100% for what the guy's going to do. But I'm prepared, man. I'm prepared.
You're a soldier. Get in there. And this is your first of many.
Who knows, man. I don't know because I'm just like, alhamdulillah, I've trained hard. I feel ready. But a fighter's like, I wouldn't want to be a professional fighter because a fighter's life, they don't live, man.
Tough.
It's tough. They don't live like, they just like, I've trained really hard these past 2-3 months and I'm just like, after this fight, I'm traveling to Los Angeles for a little bit. I'll come back and I just want to work in the radio a bit more. I just want to go on the radio. Want to make sure like my work is good, And the fight, I'm sure I'll fight again. Because, when you're out of it, you want to get back into it. So I'm going to fight again, but just right now, after the fight, I'm going to just take it easy a bit.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Spend time with family.
You deserve it. Yeah, you deserve it.
I want to, man.
And look, a fighter's life, a fighter's life is not easy. My dad is a sensei in karate. There's a black belt 15, which is only a few of them in Australia. And he, obviously growing up, he always wanted me to be, his protege. I got to black belt, but that's it. I left.
That's amazing, man. Right? That's freaking awesome.
I don't know anyone. If I call my friends right now, my friends will tell you, every time I call you, you're at the dentist. They're like, do you not brush your teeth? And I brush my teeth twice a day. I don't know anyone that's been to the dentist more than me. I have so many implants because the whole thing about karate is, when you box, right? Your whole body moves and you can see the punch. The whole thing about karate is I could look at my dad right now and I wouldn't even see his leg coming up to roundhouse kick me because his body's not even moving. It's all about the element of surprise. So being a kid, obviously going to karate most days a week, I was watching Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee never had his hands up in his movies. And that was my inspiration. I always had my hands down because I thought, what are you going to do? I'm too fast. And I would just get this leg coming right across my face every time. But I'd come back to the gym the next day, still my hands down. Right? I would just keep trying to learn my lesson. So I've got 5 implants, I've had 6 root canals, I've had nerves that have died.
Wow.
Yeah, it's the fighting game, bro. People don't live long, and it's a brutal sport.
That's right, man. That's
Yeah.
right. So I'm not gonna have too many fights, man. But
Yeah.
I will fight a bit. You know?
Good thing you don't have to have a pretty face for radio.
That's true. That's true.
But Adam, looking forward to it. Can't wait for the fight.
Thank you, man.
Thanks for rolling with us.
You're awesome, man.
And I appreciate you. I can't wait to see your journey.
Thank you, man. And I'm gonna be on my way.